What's up and good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Chris, say hi. How is your Passion Joy drink there?
It's pretty tasty.
What?
I said say hi, then you rolled into the next question.
Hi. We move fast around here. So, you guys remember in the last video we showed of Dedic's truck. Dedic was trying to wet sand, cut, buff, whatever, and he ended up kind of catastrophically failing at that, which is, you know, one of the reasons most people don't attempt that, because it's kind of a highly specialized thing you got to do. We can see looking at his door right here. Again, I watched that footage back from that video, and it doesn't look as bad on GoPro. You know, GoPro kind of like just smooches things over. But let's come to your tailgate right here. This might be a good case study. If we show you over here, you can kind of see how foggy and hazy it is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of crosshatch scratching. You can't really see it, but you can see a bunch of scratches just going this way and that way. Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wish I could show you like how bad it is. I might try to take a photo on my iPhone at a good angle, and Ryan will insert it right here.
I don't know. You can see it pretty good now.
There you go.
I mean, you should be seeing Dedic's face clearly.
Yeah, and
let's look at like this bumper right here, which has not been wet sanded,
dirty,
buffed, or anything,
dirty,
and it's dirty. And you can see his face way better than on this section right here that he, you know, wet sanded, regular sanded, kind of polished, kind of buffed, kind of whatever. We even had Nick from Genesis Detailing come out, try to give some tips, and basically what we learned was Dedic had the wrong equipment and or materials.
yeah, so for one, I was using DuraGlow, which is a sandpaper on Amazon. No bueno. It just wasn't good. The holes aren't cut very well. They trap a bunch of things, and then they create those pigtails. And then the other big issue I was having was here, let's go to the front so I can show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So what I was originally doing was I was using 1,000 grit for some of my heavier stuff, like any type of dirt nib or anything in there. I was using 1,000 to get that out, and then I was going to 15 to take those scratches down, then 2,000, then 3,000. Problem with that is, one, the sandpaper wasn't very good, and then two was I kind of was using the wrong thing. So I was using this DA, which isn't bad, but the problem is the way the holes lined up with this hook and loop was actually sticking through it, and I think that was grabbing the paint and causing scratches. So now we have new paper that has no holes in it. Shout out Hercules, we'll get to that in a second. And then the other big issue was I was trying to use so when I say DA or random orbiting, it's kind of the same thing. So DA stands for dual action. This doesn't just spin in one direction, it spins in like multiple directions, creates that DA or random orbiting effect. That's really good for removing swirl marks. The problem is with that, it doesn't cut very well. This right here, just picked this up yesterday, the Hercules rotary rotary polisher, there we go. Now this only spins in one direction. It just rotates. Doesn't do any crazy orbiting effect, nothing like that. And this is really good for cutting after you do your sanding. I was going from sanding straight to polishing, but the problem was I had nothing in between the two that was kind of cutting those old scratches out and then preparing for the polishing. So you need to have something like this. And the kind of like, I guess, trap I fell into was when I was researching all of this, I was looking up rotary versus polishing or DA or random orbiting, and everyone was saying random orbiting is the safer way to go. You're less likely to burn your clear, because with rotary, you're only spinning in one direction. You're just putting a lot of heat and pressure into one spot. With random orbiting, it's kind of moving it all around all over the place, so it is safer. But the problem is I was never ever going to get those scratches out with something like a dual action polisher. I needed rotary to get those scratches out. It was just never gonna happen, especially with this truck being as dark as it is. Any scratch you have in it or any swirl or anything, you're gonna see it. It's gonna break up that visual, and it's just never gonna look good. So I had to go and get this. I did a quick little test spot on the back panel. World of a difference, absolutely game changer. We'll actually walk back there in a second and I'll show you. And this just kind of bridges that gap from here to here, and it's honestly a necessity. All I had on it too, this isn't even the wool pad I'm gonna do the whole truck in, but this is Harbor Freight's Grant wool it's not even a wool pad, it's a microfiber pad. Unfortunately, they were all sold out of the Grant wool pad. Funny enough, talked to Jay and he was like, yeah, that's the only wool pad I use anymore, so I guess that's why it's sold out. Ryan and I, when we went like 3 or 4 days ago, we saw it, but at the time I didn't know I needed this rotary polisher, so I didn't grab them. Of course, I go back, sold out. As of right now, with the exception of This snap-on DA, because I already had it, and this interface pad, because I already had it, everything on this table, down to even the microfibers, is all from Harbor Freight. And I'm going to use all of this to fix the entire truck and do the entire paint on the truck.
And I feel like we always have to put this caveat in there. Not sponsored by Harbor Freight.
No.
Dedic went out and purchased all of this stuff. Some of it he's already owned, some of it he purchased just for this project. We just believe in the cause here.
This is all that I owned already prior to this, and this was just to take swirl marks out of paint.
Dedic's gonna give it a go today. Again, the entire truck needs to get cut, buffed, polished. I mean, that's a hefty thing that could be screwed up and /or hopefully this is the ticket right here.
Yeah.
And if you can do it all on Harbor Freight stuff, that's pretty rad, because that's gonna bring like insane level paint jobs to the consumer.
100%, because the biggest thing is, like, we're talking from Nick with Genesis, when we were on the phone with him, he was sending me all these things I had to order. Half of them aren't on anything like Amazon. And then if you order it, you're a week and a half, week out for it to get packaged, shipped, delivered, and all that. And like, even with Amazon, like we were talking about this on Friday, I'm still waiting on the stuff to come in. It's supposed to be Monday. I had already ordered it. In that time, I was able to go to Harbor Freight, find all this stuff, bring it back, try it out, and regain that confidence that this is something I can do. So like, remember how he was talking about those denim pads?
Yep.
Harbor Freight has them.
Okay.
This is that denim pad, feel that. It's a weird texture, but it literally feels almost like denim.
Huh.
And it's a nice thing because it's almost like a mix between a sandpaper and a wool pad. Like, it's got these like little lines in it, so even if something does get in this paper, it's less likely to scratch your paint up, because it has somewhere for it to go. Unlike a sandpaper, where if something gets trapped in there, it's just gonna embed that in the paint and run it around everywhere. So we've got our 1500. This is what I'm gonna use over the entire truck. This is the first stage. It's just gonna go on a DA just like that. And the whole truck is gonna get 1500. I'm gonna take it till about 90% of all orange peel and all nibs are completely gone. And then I'm gonna move over to this 3000. This 3000, same thing, it's hook and loop style, but it's like not an aggressive like Velcro. It's very soft, very plush. It's even got a little foam backing in there.
I like that.
So that when you go up to a body line, like right here, you're not worried about a hard surface just cutting that edge and then you're gonna burn your paint. So that little I already have an interface pad, but that little foam is just a little added extra security. And then because we're doing a black truck, I never actually planned on doing 4000, but if you look at the little package right here, it even says best on dark colored cars. So I was like, you know what? If they're gonna say to use it, I'm gonna use it. So I went ahead and picked them up. So it goes to a 4000, and at that point, we go to a rotary polisher. I have the Meguiar's, what is it, level 10 extra heavy cut. So the little test panel that's actually on the back of the truck that we're gonna show, this is as far as I went. I haven't even gotten to this yet. I haven't even begun to polish it, and when you see it, you're gonna be impressed.
Let's go. Let's go back there right now.
Come on, come on, come on.
Come on. Come on, Chris.
So in this one little spot, I maybe spent like 10 minutes real quick. And all I did was I hit it with the 1500, and then I went to the 3000, then 4000, and then all I did was hit it with the rotary on the wool or the microfiber just right here. And compared to what that looked like yesterday, this, absolute night and day difference.
Well, you can already see, look at Dedic's face, come a little closer. Look at Dedic's face right here. You can see from here up, it has that haziness, and then you go back down here, and now we're back to that clarity that we've been looking for.
It's absolute night and day difference. And like I said, it probably won't show up on the GoPro, but here, if you look really hard and catch the light just well, you'll see these very light little circular swirl marks. It almost looks like somebody took a microfiber and just did a bunch of circular motions, and that's what that random orbiting polisher is for. When I go through my yellow pad and then my black pad with a medium cut and a fine cut compound, it's gonna take that away, and then this whole thing's just gonna look like glass. I'm excited, I'm confident again. I was down in the dumps yesterday and the day before. I left here on Friday, like not knowing the can of worms I just opened for myself, because the problem is I already like started, like even if I fixed just this, like the rest of the truck wouldn't look like this, so it would look off. Like once you start something like this, you have to finish it. Like even Nick was like, hey man, you're ballsy for just going for this. So as you saw back there, that's the kind of paint quality you're gonna get with your sanding discs and then your rotary with a cut and a microfiber. Then you can go even further from that. This yellow pad from Grant, keeping with the theme here, is a medium cut. You can feel it, feel that. It's like soft, but it's also got a little bit of firmness to it. And then there, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Yep. And then if you look at right there, you got your Meguiar's Professional Pro Speed Polish. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna be an in-between between your cutting compound and then a polish or finishing compound. You know, and comes in yellow. You put the yellow on the yellow so you don't forget. Give it a little whiff, give it a little whiff. Smells nice, right? Right, we like that, we like that. So I kind of like, I don't even think they intended it, but it's literally yellow colored, so you literally can't mess that up. Okay. Because you don't want to start like switching your compounds up in the stages. You want the whole truck to look the same. So from there, we're gonna go ahead and do our polishing pad. Now there is another stage to this. You can do like your wax or like your finishing, but that's more of like a wipe on, wipe off kind of thing, just to kind of keep the truck clean, looking good. That's something I'll probably end up doing like right before we leave for SEMA, or no, it'll probably be before we leave for SEMA. That's something I don't want to touch the truck once we get there. Once we get there, it might be a wipe down, not even. Roll it in, call it good, walk away from the thing.
We got there 2,000?
3,000.
3,000. Done with 3,000. All right, done. Send it to SEMA.
It's like already better than like what it was looking after like the polish.
Yeah, so again, I don't know if the GoPro's gonna pick this up, but looking at it now, it's got a consistent haze. It's not, there's not a little bunch of micro scratches in it, little swirls, none of that stuff. So that's good. Yep. And then now this is gonna bring the haze out of it and bring this back to the clarity we're looking for, right?
Yep. Okay. Exactly what's gonna happen. But he's a little better at this than I am. Remember, this is rotary. You want a little more because this is your lubricant basically.
Okay.
You let this run dry, you start burning up your clear.
We're looking much better already.
Oh yeah.
This is probably the best now. We're gonna see it on the GoPro. We got the direct light from the sun from our skylight there. You can see hazy, scratchy, smooth, polished, glossy, clear.
That's your difference.
Yeah. Jesus. It's a pretty big difference there.
And mind you, I ran that pretty quick just to kind of get the effect on the GoPro. Yeah. That's night and day difference.
You're saying we're back, brother.
We're back. We're definitely back. We are back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because remember, we still have to polish that too. That's just like rotary cut. That's not even polished yet. So
nice.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
All right, hit the whole tailgate. Let's go. All right, mijo.
I think when you can count the amount of stars on the flag off a reflection that far away, I think we're good.
There you go. There you go.
I think we're good.
All right, y'all. We are looking a lot better.
We're back.
All right, y'all. So as a thank you for making it this far in the video, I've mentioned it in previous videos, I'm going to start putting a free $20 code to workforwardapparel.com, and the first person that claims that code uses it. And again, this is a thank you for you guys watching the videos most of the way through, all the way through, because that helps creators like us. You know, YouTube prefers when people watch videos all the way through versus watching a couple minutes and clicking off. So as a thank you, I'm going to put a code up now. Again, the first person to use this code over at workforwardapparel.com, you get a free $20. So, you know, wait till the end of the video. Well, maybe not, because you kind of got to use it first. Feel free just to check out workforwardapparel.com. Y'all, I am an idiot and totally forgot to even say the code in this damn thing. So let's use code HARBOR20 in honor of Harbor Freight. HARBOR20, first person to use the code. $20 free. Go use it. Now, because this is going to be at SEMA, I've already heard a few people be like, Dedic, all he does is pick people's builds apart at SEMA. We're going to pick his apart. We're upfront and honest about some stuff.
Yeah.
So there are a couple deep scratches in here.
So I scratched it right there. Right, it was all part of that learning process. So yes, I could get it out, but I would have to go back to 1,000 grit and do the whole thing again. And I mean, you saw it, like when I did it with 1500, it was one solid sheet. You can't see those scratches. They get kind of like blended in, and you don't really know if you got it out or not until you start the actual buffing process. And unfortunately, I don't know how much clear is here. I've sanded this tailgate down multiple times because I was in that learning phase and I wanted to learn on this so that in case I did screw it up, I could potentially fix it. Like, I love how I'm saying, like, in my mind, this is acceptable. This is nicer paint than majority of the vehicles out on the road right now, but I know where the little scratches are. It's chewing me up, but you know what? It is what it is. And you know what? I'm learning. I'm learning, and I'm doing it myself too. So.
All right, Dedek is essentially done with the bed. He's gonna pull it out right now. We're gonna finally, I think, get a look at this truck. When we did the big reveal of the paint job, it was not in the sun. This paint color, when it's in the shade, it just looks black. Obviously his air suspension right now, we have the compressor and stuff pulled out, so it's just aired all the way down on the bumps. But you guys will finally, hopefully get a good look at this paint job. Again, it looks black in most situations until you get like direct sunlight on it, and then you can see the blue sparkle. You'll see maybe the other side might be better here. We're not in the shadows.
Yeah, that's the rotary swirls.
Oh, we're gonna
that's what the DA gets out.
Oh, I thought we were already, okay.
No, I haven't hit it with the DA. That's just pure rotary swirl.
Okay.
So that's what the DA gets out.
Yeah, at least we're clear.
Yeah.
So for the sake of this video, because Dedek has to leave, he's gonna do a little test spot right here with his random orbiting over there and see. This is kind of going to be one of the last steps, which will then get the rotary marks out and go back to kind of like that finished product that we're looking for. You see the old blue flake coming through right there.
Oh yeah. I can't go too crazy because with the sun being right there, that's like worse like setup. But I'm gonna go get the finishing pad.
How's it looking, Chris? Better?
Yep. See it drying?
Yep.
Not supposed to do that. That's why you're supposed to do this in the shade and when the panel's nice and cool. But I'm doing this for y'all. YouTube y'all.
Alright, we got fresh microfiber.
I don't even really need to do this, it would dry on its own, really.
Look at that. Now it's blue. Look at that.
That is nice.
Let's get a little feel. Woo! Smooth.
That's nice. I'm very happy with it. Very nice. And then there's even a stage after this, which is waxing and final hand buff, but dude, that is
Nice. Looking good, buddy. Well, Dedek's truck is back in the shop in the next couple of days. He's gonna get to the rest of the cab now that he has a proven method of getting the paint looking good. It's pretty rad though, and again, this video is not brought to you by, sponsored by, or any way, shape, or form associated with Harbor Freight other than we use a bunch of Harbor Freight tools, but it's cool that you can go down to your local Harbor Freight and on an affordable budget be able to do something like this.
Yeah, like just for reference, the equivalent would be the Snap-on Trizac, I believe it's called, sandpaper. And for 15 sheets of 1,000 grit is about $100 compared to what would be 20 bucks, 25-ish if you bought enough of the packs of the Hercules. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm no expert here, but if anything, that should speak even louder that I'm no expert and I was able to get that type of quality out of that.
There you go.
So
yeah,
I'm extremely happy with it. Hell, I even purchased other stuff that's still gonna be here tomorrow, and I don't even plan on using it now because I already know this works. It works great, and I don't want to mess that up. So I'm gonna keep going with what I know, and this is what I know right now.
So with that, we are gonna wrap up. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned to see how this thing turns out when it is fully done. But we've got some more content coming with my truck. We got more parts showing up daily. We actually got the wheels up there that I know you guys are dying to see for my truck. I hadn't even seen them. They've been here for like 2 weeks. Finally had to actually like open those up, make sure they're the right bolt pattern because, well, we're almost on the it is too late for that phase of things. Lift kit's got to go on. A lot of cool things coming, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to work for it. Y'all are the best. We're out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.